the lead for Greenpeace Africa Responsive Campaigns, and joins us live now from Addis Ababa. Thank you so much for being with us on the program. You are at this conference today. Are you hopeful that it will lead to real change, where the pledges made will be implemented to combat the climate crisis?
This is the second Africa Climate Summit. It happens after the first climate summit that took place 2 years ago in Nairobi. And the Nairobi Declaration set a clear imperative of reconciling climate action and development. We are hoping that this Addis summit will be able to set a pathways that will ensure and guarantee foods on the table, electricity in homes, and restore African people's dignity.
As I mentioned, the African continent is responsible for less than 4% of global carbon emissions, which means that Africa is paying the ultimate price of the carbon emissions of other countries, which needs to be compensated for. Can you share some insight into just how big of a price Africa is paying?
Yeah, the African continent is disproportionately being affected by the climate impacts in the form of droughts, floods. We see people losing their livelihoods, losing lives. And it is important that the world stands in solidarity with these communities on the front line of the climate crisis by finding solutions. And Africa has ambitious plans already. The only challenge that we are facing as a continent is the issues of climate financing. And we are hoping that through the discussion that will happen during this summit, we are able to unlock the much needed climate finance that goes into financing solutions that will help these communities that are already facing the impacts of the climate change in forms of droughts and floods to be able to rebuild their lives, to be able to rebuild their livelihoods. It is a shame that we have a loss and damage fund that is an empty basket. We are hoping that the discussions, the agenda that is going to be set at this summit will be able to unlock the much needed resources that are needed to go into the loss and damage fund that will help communities build resilience.
There is a grave human impact, though. How much more worse can we expect things to get if these crucial issues aren't addressed sufficiently?
Yeah, science is very clear. We need to stay within 1.5 degrees for us to avoid catastrophic future. And currently we are on a trajectory that is exceeding this. So it is important that we move away from fossil fuels that have caused us this challenge, and make the polluters pay for the climate plunder that they are causing the world by taxing polluting industry through the principle of polluter pays, but also taxing the super rich. We are hoping that this convening will be able to restate African positions, especially on tax and climate, to be able to unlock the finance that is needed in helping finding solutions.
Okay, Amos Wemanya, thank you so much for being with us here on the NewsHour and sharing that insight with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.